And now it's my honor to introduce His Excellency Anurag Bhushan, the Ambassador of India to Sweden, who arrived here just about a week ago. So this is his first public engagement. Thank you, Ambassador. Ambassador Bhushan comes at a time when there is a deepening collaboration in innovation and trade, as well as bilateral initiatives between Sweden and India. One of them, of course, is the Leadership Group for Industry Transition. But then there is a lot more that is happening that you will also, all of you will also hear about here at Engaging India at Almedalen. But a very, very warm welcome to Ambassador Bhushan. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Rupa. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. State Secretary Daniel Wesley. It's such a pleasure to be here for the first time in Almedalen, of which I've heard so much about. Before I start on my presentation, let me present myself first. I'm Indian ambassador, new Indian ambassador. I joined about 10, 12 days back. I'm an engineer by training, management graduate by education, and a diplomat by accident. So my predecessor, also quite accidentally, was also an engineer. And when I met him before I came here and I took his advice, he asked me, what is your training? So I said, I am a bachelor in chemical engineering. And Tanmay was so happy. He said, you will understand Sweden perfectly because they will understand you very well. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so delighted. I came just before the visit of Honorable Commerce and Industries Minister, and what a perfect storm it was. He came along with a large delegation, and I landed 2 days back. It was a whirlwind of visit. He had multiple meetings, but the bad side was that I had not much time to prepare. But the good side was that I had a very fantastic introduction to Sweden, to India-Sweden relationship, to all the upside that this relationship has in the future. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this visit and my subsequent interaction with my Swedish friends and my Indian friends who are here has led me to believe that that I have landed up at a very critical juncture where there's a lot of upside in relationship between our two countries. So with this, I think, let me start with my short speech. It's not going to be a very long one because there's not much that I can contribute when I am only 10 days old. So I think it's time for me to actually listen. But I will leave with 3, 4 ideas that I thought that I should present to you and which I observed in the past few days that I have spent here. First is, I think this topic of sustainability, AI, and next-gen innovation is a very pertinent topic because this is the topic that I've been hearing all the time, whether I'm in India or here. These are the technologies, these are the phenomena, these are the connections that will determine the future of mankind. And it is therefore very apt that the two great countries, India and Sweden, which have a relationship that goes beyond decades and to centuries, that they have generated the kind of values and trust and shared vision to make this as a foundation of our relationship. So let me start with sustainability and climate cooperation, which is also, I think, something of a theme of Almedalen, because everywhere I go, there is a sustainability. I mean, I met so many of you who have been talking and working on sustainability issues. There was a ferry there where there was a lecture on sustainability as well. So I think this is something that Sweden feels very deeply passionate about. And ladies and gentlemen, let me also tell you that we feel equally, if not more, passionate about these issues. And the reason is pretty obvious. The reason is that India is a big country. It's a country of 1.5 billion. It is a country which is also growing rapidly. So as you can see that we were 5th largest economy just 2 years back, and now we are 4th largest economy. When I say 4th largest, it doesn't mean that we are something of a climbing up. No, it means that we are adding almost $1 trillion economy to ourselves every 2 or 3 years. And the target that our government has set for ourselves is being $7 trillion by 2030. And equally, therefore, that it reflects into our manufacturing GDP. So our manufacturing GDP currently is about $450 billion, I think, if I'm correct. But it will grow to about $700 billion, and by 2030, perhaps to $1 trillion, which will make us top 3 economies in terms of generating manufacturing GDP. But there is also a deep realization that as a Spider-Man's uncle said, with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, which means to say that when we grow, there's a realization that we cannot take the same path of resource-intensive growth as it has happened over 100 years. That cannot happen if we have to push 1.5 billion people out of relative poverty, because absolute poverty is now almost gone from India. But relative poverty to the level where I think we can feel that they are at a middle income level country. Hence, and especially when after Prime Minister Modi has come, he has taken a lot of initiative to make sure that our transition to a decarbonization is as quickly as possible. And therefore, India became one of the first country in 2023 to give a non-zero emission commitment by 2017. So that is our goal. And since then, we have put a lot of money into making sure that that there is a decarbonization, for example, in our energy installation. So as of March 2025, India's installed renewable energy capacity is about 223 gigawatt, which is about 46% of the total capacity. And the target is to reach it to about 50%. And thereafter, incrementally grow it further. In addition, we also have a highly diversified energy mix, going beyond fossil fuel to, let's say, hydroelectric, to nuclear, and most recently, I have green hydrogen as well. In fact, the government of India has launched a national green hydrogen mission, which aims to produce 5 million tons of green hydrogen per year by 2030 to reduce 50 million tons of CO2. And this will require over $100 billion of investment over the next few years. India is also a founding member of International Solar Alliance, which together with France, and it now has 120 countries. So I think I have proven to you that this has become kind of a mission for government of India to have a more sustainable growth path in terms of energy. But energy sustainability is not just confined to energy alone. It should also permeate into other aspects of growth narrative. So, for example, India is one of the fastest urbanizing country in the world. And as per capita increases, urbanization is only going to become more and more intensive. And so the government of India has launched a smart cities mission based on LIFE concept, which is lifestyle for environment campaign. And this campaign is aimed at generating awareness that our lifestyle should conform to a climate-friendly, earth-friendly, frugal lifestyle. So this was inaugurated by Prime Minister in 2022 at the UN summit. And more recently, forest and tree cover has been a great focus of government of India. And now I'm very happy to announce that the forest and tree cover has actually increased. One of the few countries of the world where forest and tree cover has actually increased. And this is for a country as population dense as India, this is a big achievement. So this is as far as sustainability is concerned. And I think it is for this reason that, and the commitment and the passion that India and Sweden has, that sustainability has become the bedrock of our relationship. and the flagship program of this sustainability paradigm is the Lead IT. And I think Per is going to speak a lot more on Lead IT. But basically, what Lead IT does is to focus on decarbonizing hard-to-abate sectors such as steel, cement, and chemicals. I look forward eagerly to Per's presentation on that. Ladies and gentlemen, the other area of cooperation, which I feel holds a lot of promise, is technology, AI, and next-gen innovation. Professor Ove spoke a lot about AI. Um, I, I, I hope I understood most of what he was saying, but it has been a long time since I read on technology. But I feel there are 2 or 3 important points that we need to remember when we are discussing these issues. First is that while India may be a relatively recent entrant in the AI space, India has been a veteran in terms of laying out digital public infrastructure. So we have India Stack, UPI, Aadhaar, DigiLocker. These are globally recognized initiative for inclusive innovations. We have more than 100,000 unicorns, startups. We have 118 unicorns, and these are valued over $350 billion. And these are generating AI-powered solutions across healthcare, fintech, agriculture, and energy. Now, the important point to see here is that India, because of the typical nature of our intellectual ecosystem and the growth, and the relatively low level of our per capita, the innovations and the business that we have is relatively frugal and cost effective. And moreover, because of the population that we have and the large and growing middle class, in general, India provides the kind of data and scalability that is not available anywhere. And Sweden, I think, has one of the highest rate of innovation. I think it has always been among top 3. And therefore, there is a no-brainer complementarity between India and Sweden in terms of cooperation in AI space and technology space. And I think there are some areas that we should focus on: cybersecurity, clean energy, and next generation mobility. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I think the final area of cooperation that I feel that we should all need to focus, and I certainly will, is in the area of defense, maritime security, cyber resilience, and critical technologies. Defense is, thanks to all the geopolitical development that are taking place across the world, I feel that defense is going to be a very big contributor to the global economic growth. And I think this is something that both our countries should work on to develop more intensive defensive cooperation. With security and defense cooperation, obviously, the intensification of political relationship also occurs. And so I think this is something that will be very multidimensional. And I hope that both countries will work to make sure that Sweden's advanced industrial base and our own initiatives such as Make in India work towards developing our relationship further. So these are some of the ideas that I thought I should lay it out to you. I think we should, in conclusion, India and Sweden, we have a responsibility, being a country from Europe and another from Asia, in leading together, innovating together, and making the planet greener as well. And I really look forward to discussions that we are going to have about co-creation, about sustainability, and how we can carry forward. And hopefully some of these ideas I will carry forward. These are early days, and I'm 100% sure that I have enough time to make many of your ideas a reality. So please feel free to throw as many ideas as possible. You will have nothing but receptive ears and open heart. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.